morning, ladies. Well, it's not a Monday musings. It is, in fact, a Tuesday lunchtime because here in England we had a bank holiday yesterday and we have quite a few of these. We had one at the beginning of May, we had one yesterday, obviously, and so I went to the races, which was actually great fun with Lila. And today, on today's show, I'm going to be talking about miniaturized makeup. And it got me thinking because even though I didn't go away for a lovely naughty weekend at the weekend, I do travel a little bit. And when I'm traveling, I always want to decant everything into one very small container. And generally, it might seem a hell of a lot to you, but I have my entire life in that. So I'm going to very quickly take you through it, and then I'm going to take you through some teenage acne with a very special guest daughter, and then I'll bring on my special guest. So good morning Natalie, hey Wendy, hello everybody. So whatever you might choose as your favourite products for your skincare routine, when we go away, especially if we want to go away without packing luggage, it's incredibly tricky to think, what am I going to take? And the alternatives are that you kind of compromise your skincare routine, or that you're thinking to yourself, I'll just take some samples I got from a pharmacy, but they aren't necessarily your favourite products. And I always want to somehow take those. So what do I have in here? Well, luckily, I've got my roller, which I always use whenever I've put on a skincare product, and I put that on to stimulate my skin underneath and lift up those sagging jawlines here. So that goes with me everywhere and it's portable. And if my bag is very full and I'm going hand luggage only, I put it outside the bag because it's not liquid. Then the other key one is my other tool, a FOREO. And my normal size FOREO is like that, but it had a baby. So I take this one, and it doesn't have a battery you recharge. This one has a rechargeable battery. You use this, and then when it stops vibrating is when you have to get rid of it. So quite tricky that, but it costs obviously a lot less. And it's a brilliant product, and I use it to cleanse my face. I use it sometimes to put cream on too. I'm never ever without it. Then I have all of my Julia Hunter. Now, a lot of you know how much I love Julia Hunter. She's the American dermatologist who does a lot of retinol products and vitamin A, and she believes in exfoliating your skin and in layering it with vitamin C, vitamin A, and retinol. And she does a miniature travel version. So I have all of them in miniature. Very convenient. Not cheap, unfortunately, but you only need so little of her product. And then she has, look, a miniature vitamin C with a little palette thing that you scoop in and get your vitamin C. It's brilliant. All of those. EDF Bio Effect, which is this product I've got in a baby size. And sometimes you can buy the bigger one with a baby one in it. And I always cherish that, and then I'll fill it up. But if you've got favourite things, like I have some oils like my Vintner's Daughter and all those wonderful oils, there are places I go to get jars and containers. So one of my favourites is smaller glass vial dark jars. And if you've got a really expensive essential oil, you need to keep it in a dark glass jar to keep its integrity. These are a little bit smaller than the normal ones I have that are this size. And I get these from, now where did I get these from? I'm now going to forget. Muji or Neal's Yard, I think, have these ones. So they're great.
We have a question.
Yes.
Do you get the travel sizes for Julia Hunter products?
I get the travel size for Julia Hunter from Skin Therapy Julia Hunter. You just Google that in. It's an American website and they can send them to you. And Grace Belgravia, which is a UK place that Pippa, what's her face, went actually to get healthy before her wedding. They also stock Julia Hunter and they have the travel size as well. I think if you go to Trini London, you'll find on the blog there's a link and you can go and get them from there. My best friend in all of my manic anal decanting is, I always say my dynamo, but that's something that you actually clean the loo with when you've done too big a poo. This is actually Dymo, and Dymo is a little machine where you can type in what you've got. So I sometimes would have similar bottles and I want to be able to know what they are. So I might put here Vintner's Daughter, Vintners Very anal this, isn't it? It's so anal, but just actually gratifying, because once you prepare your travel bag, it's always there. And then you can choose the typeface size, print it out. Oh, delicious, so delicious. Is it going to come out? Yes, sometimes it doesn't come out. And there, I've got it. My Vintner's Daughter. That's actually in a big size, but you can do little size. Put it on my glass jar, and then it's become my own product. So great. And Muji does have about 7 different types of decanters. I've done a way too big a one here, but you know, I've made it mine.
Hi from very hot Dubai.
Hi from very hot Dubai. SPF, I'm discussing that in a minute. Now, Muji also do these wonderful little containers like this, which are for your toners. And recently I've been using a lot of glycolic toners. My favorite is my P20, but I could equally put in here some floral water. Let me just get my favorite one out. Bring on the ticky. There we go. So I'll take that out. You know what they also have, which is really, really great? Some of these containers have very small entry points, and they sell, which I haven't got here, little funnels. So when you pour it in, you don't have that kind of, oh my God, it's overflowing and I'm not getting it in moment. But this, I just pour in, and I've got my little decanted floral water. Not without for a second. This is Santa Maria Novella. It's a lovely product, and it freshens up. You can always put this product, if you don't wear too much base and you have tinted moisturizer, I put this sometimes halfway through the day. I'll just put it over my face to wake up my face. On telephone. Oh!
Yes.
Oh, hello again. Okay, are we still working? Yes, we are still working. All right, that was a bit of a glitch, wasn't it? Well, thank you for your patience, those of you who waited. All right, so that's basically my routine for traveling. They have all different sizes, Muji. I really love them. I use my Dymo. I then take everything and don't compromise. I stopped for 34 seconds, did I? Is it working now, Andrea? I hope it is. Frozen, I know, they're coming a bit slower. So, another little thing I want to discuss is SPF. And I have lots of moisturizers I absolutely love. And sometimes I do have my favorite SPF, which is my Helio Care Foam, which I spoke about last week. But those of you who don't, who have a favorite moisturizer, can consider an alternative. So take, for example, good old-fashioned Clinique Moisture Surge. Great product, really great product, but no SPF in it. And if you feel that's what my skin needs to have to be hydrated, you could consider taking a little bit of this, like that. I've taken actually a lot. And I've got one product here, which is Dr. Barbara Sturm. There we go. And she has SPF 50 drops. And you add these drops to your daily moisturizer. So don't forget, when you're adding a drop, you are diluting. So even though SPF 50 is contained in this, it's probably going to become SPF 30 by the time you've mixed it with your moisturizer. But still, you've managed to have both. So if I mix it with the Clinique and I put it on, I haven't got a white film, and I've got protection, and I'm using, if this was your favorite moisturizer, I'm not compromising on my favorite moisturizer. So it's a very, very good idea. Now, Dr. Barbara Sturm has incredibly good ingredients in this product, but it is expensive. It's a designer version. But we found a high street version. Victoria found one this morning. Victoria, what is it?
Crystal Clear Skincare.
Crystal Clear Skincare have one, which is £29. £29. And which SPF?
It doesn't say specify. I think it's 40.
40. So it's just a great concept to contemplate if you don't want to change your general moisturizer. So I've got my SPF on, I've got my Moisture Surge on, and now we're going to discuss makeup palettes. Now, I have shown you one or two of these before, so if you feel you've seen it before, then turn over to another channel. But I've got 3 favorites. So the first one is for somebody really into organic skincare, and you can get no more organic than RMS Beatuy. And RMS Beatuy is Rosemary Swift. I've spoken about her quite a lot, and she is a makeup artist, and she really believes you should nearly eat what you put on your face. All her products are based with coconut oil, and she has wonderful, wonderful colours, because it's quite difficult sometimes finding a good organic brand and great colours. The only other person who does that is Kaiser Weiss, but I meant to pronounce it Schweisch. So she has two palettes like this. I'm going to show you both. One is called Colour Pop and the other is called Mod. So this is Mod and that's Colour Pop, obviously with a more of a poppy colour. A lot of her products are lip and cheek. So for travelling, what I like about these palettes is that you can put them most places. So if I take her little, I'm going to take her Colour Pop version and I just put a little bit on my lip and I can build up the colour, and as it's a lip and cheek moment, I'll put a little bit there on my cheeks. She has a really pretty colour eye shade here, which I'm just going to pop above my eye. They're all cream-based products. I'm just going to do one side. Cause
it looks like they have problems to see you. They suggest to stop and start again.
Really? Is that, they aren't old comments, darling?
Almost. Like they started saying not working again.
Working here, I can see. So do you think now people can see? Hi, should do one for use for men. David, let's talk about men. I'd love to say there's a male makeup brand. I think if you go to the States and you look at Milk Cosmetics, it's a fantastic makeup brand and it's totally genderless. So the products there, if you choose to use highlighter and bronzer and whatever you like, they are for men and women. But it's all about marketing because there are many great concealers I'd recommend to a man and to a woman. So I feel I am working, don't stop, so I'm working now. Thank you. Okay, for those of you that it doesn't work, I suggest watch me in a bit, and I'm sorry you won't be able to see me live, but if I stop my flow now, I just don't know. I'll probably need to go to the loo and come back in an hour.
You can refresh the page if they're on...
Yeah, try refreshing the page. Very good idea. Going back to RMS, and I really like this palette, they also have a kind of rosy bronzer, which you can just put here and do a bit of contour. And the colours, as I said, are very good. The textures are great. They have highlighter here, which I can put above my eye. Everything blends well together. And you could literally take that by yourself on holiday and have everything, apart from a concealer foundation. So it's really sad they don't also have their wonderful Uncover concealer foundation mix. That's the only disappointing thing in that palette. Palettes are 90% right. Then another brand I'm loving, this is for a woman who feels I don't mind so much about organic, but I need cream-based products because maybe you're over 35 and you don't have too much powder on your face. And this is Studio 10. Studio 10 do lots of products. They're specifically targeted at women in their 30s and above. But this is called their colour corrector. So this has different concealers in it. One of them you can put under the eye, and if you choose the right one, they're quite medium colours. So anyone with a very pale skin or a olive, dark olive, caramel skin or a black skin, they won't work. So I don't know. Can we see, Victoria, if they do palettes for darker complexions? Because otherwise I feel that's quite alienating. But the colours are good, and they have this little product at the end, which I quite like. I'm going to tell you. It's a primer here. So you put that on before or after. Actually, primers can go on after to take away shine. But good company, Studio 10. I rate them. All right. Next.
Hillary is saying that Milk Makeup Sunshine Skin Tint has an SPF of 45.
They do.
It's really creamy and hydrating.
Fantastic. That's so great because Milk is not available in the UK yet. So, you know, I've occasionally bought one or two things at Sephora in America, but I do think it's an interesting brand. It's really targeted at a millennial, but like any woman's age group going to shop in Zara, don't be put off by marketing. Just think, could this work for me and my skin tone? And then if you think it works, go for it. It's a good mid-range product too. Charlotte Tilbury has 3 different palettes that she's brought out, and this is the latest one, and it's a kind of the natural look. Sorry, let me go back again so we get rid of that weird colouring. And this has something for the face. It has a kind of bronzer. It's got 3 eye products and cheek and cheek. So I'm going to do, because it's powder, which I, as you know, don't do that often, I'm just going to try some of her products. I have to even see if I have the right tools for powder products. So she's got kind of typical Charlotte. She has one that actually you just contour around your eye with, like that. There, and just do. She always says, put your eye makeup on like it's a window washer. I have not got any mirror here, so you have to really forgive me. There. That's kind of slightly. Can you see how badly done it is, Chloe? She's not commenting. What is that? Yes, it's done really badly, or it's okay?
So depending on how you move in front of the light, but we can see that it's...
Okay, I'm going to put some on this side too, actually, because I want to even out my eyes. But it's very, very neutral colours to give a sort of glamorous, instant glamour that she gives. Then the eye, you could do a bit of a pop up here, and you could do it down there. I'm just showing you so simply. And then we've got a little cheek. So we've got a very pretty pink. Trying to get that right for you. Can you see it there now, ladies? It's a little bit further away, but at least it's not whiting out. Let me come up to you slowly. No, it's whiting out, sorry. I just have to do this from far away. A little pop of pink. And then if you're a real Charlotte Tilbury aficionado, she loves a bit of bronzer. So I'm just going to do her moment and throw on her bronzer everywhere. Instant glamour. Sort of, yes. Lovely palette. Again, there's no foundation, but quite good to take that and your foundation away with you. So at least we're slightly trying to, you know, make things smaller and more compact. I might do my little cheek more here. Okay. I've got so much makeup on now. Oh my God, I've got a lot on, but it's good. All right. Now, drum roll, because I have got today, let me just clean up my little machine here. Any questions, Chloe, too?
Claire's asking, it's so hot in Dubai today, can you recommend a moisturizer for combination skin which will work well in the heat?
Ah, I've got a very good product. A moisturizer with SPF?
Yeah.
Moisturizer with SPF, but I don't have the bottom of it. You have to trust me on this one. This is such a clever product, and I literally have the tube it comes in, but trust me, and it's the Mourad. Is it called Invisiblur? Oh my God, I've got one. This, for any combination skin, is one of the best ideas I've come across. It's a combination of 3 products in one, and it's Mourad Invisible Perfecting Blur. Why it works so well is it's SPF 30, it's broad spectrum, which means it's UVA and UVB. Sometimes if something is SPF 30 UVA, then it's only SPF 20 UVB, so that's a really good high protection. It's like a silicone gel, and it will take away shine. So you could put this on under or over your makeup routine, and if you have combination skin, you could just use this and then put your makeup on. It's utterly brilliant. I think something like that is worth investing in. And although Mourad is a designer cosmeceutical brand, I think the prices are relatively competitive for what they are. And a friend of mine works in the beauty industry, says they're a very underpriced range considering the ingredients they have. So I think that's great. Okay, so I want to introduce you to a lady who's going to help me to discuss teenage acne. So, come in. Esme! I've known Esme since she was very, very small. And in fact, I've known Esme since she was inside her mummy's tummy. So some of you might get a clue as to who that could be. She's somebody who, of all the children I know, is one of the ones I feel closest to, aside from my daughter. And even though I haven't seen you now for probably a year and a bit, which has been way too long, when you were, how old did you kind of have, how old are you now, Esme? Tell the ladies.
16.
16.
Yeah.
And she's a 16, you know, her mother's going to chat about what kind of 16-year-old she is in a minute. But you had bad skin.
I had really bad acne when I was like 13, 14. And it was like very bad. I mean, I remember there was not quite pizza face, but it was that kind of hormonal acne. It was here, and it was on your forehead.
Yeah.
All right. So I got a text from Esme's mum saying, look, can you give a skincare routine to Esme, because I literally do a flannel and water, and I know how lazy her mother is. So I just thought, okay, what can I suggest for her? So I went off and I did some research, because my daughter is younger than you, and we came up with the most important thing, I think, that changed your skincare routine was the FOREO. So actually cleaning, getting inside, come up close.
In the pores.
Look at her gorgeous skin now.
Wait,
but getting inside there, those those little bits there with that machine, going around where all of your pores are slightly blocked, and the vibration on the FOREO gets rid of the dirt. I know.
It's so good.
It's so good, isn't it? And there's many things you can use it with. So I'm going to step back, darling, because we're in a very strong light, and it's like that. There we go. Perfect. So I'm going to show you 5 things I think are great for your daughters or for yourself for a kind of acne. So you could have adult acne, or you could be teenager acneing, or Esme's now over it.
Yeah. I have a question for her.
Yes.
At what age do you start wearing makeup?
Oh yes, Esme, tell them.
Oh, literally.
What age?
Well, I probably, when I was like 15, 16, like very late, so makeup didn't have an effect on the skin, which was good.
Yes.
If you buy the right stuff.
If you buy the right stuff. But you live in the country, and if girls plaster their skin in makeup, it's not cool, is it? No. So I think it depends on the environment.
Yeah,
okay.
Definitely.
All right. So were all your friends makeup free?
Yeah, I mean, they won't when they go out occasionally, but we don't really care.
You don't really care.
No.
That's so nice. Don't really care. They're not looking at Kylie Jenner and all those other people my daughter looks at. But 3 great products for skin when you've got spots, and whatever age. Lue, L-U-E, which has this little spot product that comes with a little, I'm so sorry about screen today, a little applicator like this. You dab it on, salicylic acid. You can always smell salicylic acid, but this is also an organic brand. I got it in Content Beauty, and it's really good. I'm just, you know what I'm going to do is try and change the white balance. No?
They're suggesting if you tap on the screen, the light will adjust itself.
Oh, hang on. Let me just tap on. Should I tap on me?
Tap on your face, yeah.
Oh, God, you're so clever, ladies. Thank you. Excellent.
That made a massive difference.
I mean, a massive difference. So, Lue. Really good organic brand. Then we've got another one, when you get a really bad spot again.
Yeah.
Mario Badescu. And Mario Badescu is a dermatologist, dead now. He was fantastic in New York, and he has this thing called drying lotion, and it's quite strong as well. So you only need a tiny bit. Many people think, I'll do the spot and I'll do the continent around the spot, but really
only on one spot.
Only on the spot. So you take a little cotton pad and you just tap it on the spot. Better than toothpaste. Those are old wives' tales. Susannah, must always do toothpaste. Then they have oil-free moisturizer, which is very good because you don't want too much. Little things that I think here. Topshop are quite clever on. They have a little. Have you been Topshop recently?
Yeah.
You're going to hope your mum's going to take you there today.
Yeah, I'm actually. She better.
And they have this little section for skincare, and it's incredibly well curated skincare. I don't know if they have it on the site, but they have Weleda, and this is a skin product. It's a purifying lotion, but it's got herbs in it, and it really helps to clean out the pores. I love Weleda products. Going back to Maria Badescu, there's a little facial spray, so if they've been picking their spots away and they need to soothe their skin with herbs and rose water, so kind of hydrating but not a cloying thick moisturizer. But I would say if you have adult acne, don't be afraid of moisturizing, because if you dry out your spot too much in treating it, the actual way that it heals will be so tough on the skin that it could leave a scar. So do keep it hydrated and use products. It's that balance that will help you. If you're an adult as well, I don't know about for you, Esme, but enzyme cleansing gel. Lots of companies do enzyme gels, and those are very good for cleansing and exfoliation. So that's sort of it.
Yeah, that's
really.
She's asking, is she Suzanne's daughter?
Okay, so no, she's not Suzanne's daughter. Esme, lovely to see you. Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Bye, darling.
Bye.
Okay, so we've done compact makeup. We've done teenage acne. Now we're going to do women stuck in a rut. So my next guest come on is Susannah in my bathroom, darling.
Oh, my love.
That's just snot.
And I'm wearing heels for the. I put on your heels because I want to be the same height as you.
Well,
I literally, I haven't worn heels for about, I don't know, 2 years or something. So I'm a bit teetering.
Why are you teetering, darling? Like you had a little.
Not anymore.
She's nearly looking my height. How good is it to see Susannah? Yay! I know! Yay! Any
I'm
comments?
so happy to be here. You know, I have to say that
Yes.
Trini's advice, your advice, my darling, is so truthful and honest and amazing. She goes through every single product, and everything she says has been tested by her or by someone she knows. So you won't get a more honest advice Bible than this wonderful lady
or more
here.
obsessed. Susanna had to deal with me for the
I'm literally in a rash from having been in her presence for 5 minutes.
But when Susanna and I were working together, we had this kind of moment where I was so, I'm so vain, and you all know the routine I have, and Susanna would go to bed in the middle, like really late after we were filming somewhere abroad.
Pissed, probably.
Probably drunk, not take off her makeup. The next morning come down to breakfast with impeccable skin, and it would kill me.
I know.
It's the genes.
It is the genes. And Esme, I have to say, she did have a blip with her skin. Yeah. But once I turned her onto a flannel and water, I know that's the worst thing I could say.
A flannel and goddamn water. I mean, please.
It doesn't work for everybody.
It doesn't work for everybody. And I think that, many women say to me, oh, how do you get such great skin? Now, it's good to have truth in the room, because was my skin always good?
No. She used to have, sometimes there would be like a scone on her chin. Literally, it wouldn't just have one head of pus, it would have about 5. It was so big, and you really struggled with it. But look at her skin now, it's amazing. So that is proof that the advice Trini gives works, because it's worked on
darling. So what are we going to do with you? Let's talk.
Just some makeup.
Let's talk. You want some makeup? You want me to just do your makeup?
I don't wear makeup anymore, and I don't know if you ladies find this too, but the sort of hooding of the eyes, and then the lines under here. So I don't want to put anything under my eyes, because I'm scared that all the concealer or foundation is going to coagulate inside the lines.
Coagulate like some blood.
And exactly, just get all stuck in, so it becomes like a road map. And it's I think the big thing, when I look at myself in the mirror now, the thing I don't see anymore are my eyes. So it's how do I brighten my eyes? How can I bring my eyes back?
Okay. So,
everyone is super happy to see Susannah.
Oh, I know. How nice is this? It's like the biggest treat. It's the biggest treat for me and all of you. So, darling, the first thing I would say is at least she's maintaining her hair colour. Yeah. I was nervous what would come up to town.
This is from a little Aaron Russell. It's a little local one in our village, literally.
Aaron Russell.
And I went to Richard Ward just now with Ez, and they said, my God, you've had such good colour. Where did you go? It's just this little place in the village.
Okay, so darling, what I'm going to do with you is give you a bit... her skin is very good, Susanna's skin. I'm going to give her, though, before I do a bit of makeup on her, I'm just going to give you a little bit extra moisture. Can we put your hair up in some way?
Sure.
Okay, and we're just going to do a little... here, this, darling. Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
We'll do a little moment and we'll look at, what we need to do. And you can also, Chloe, any questions? You can ask Susanna. She's prepared to answer any question about herself. So you can get all your questions ready, and as we do this, I'm just going to look at her face and see what we need to do. Okay, so let me get my makeup bag, because I think we're going to need it.
Oh my God, I can't believe I'm back here. I feel like I've never been away. It's like we've never stopped working together, and I do miss her, but at least I can see her on here.
How to dissimulate double chin? Do you think they would...
Are you talking about my double chin?
Okay, double chins. Can we just start with some facial exercises for you, just so you could do every morning?
It's because I've put on about a stone in weight as well.
Okay, but just simple exercises. We're going to do it together. Look in the thing, because they all want to see you. All right. So we're going to start with our finger eye, because that droop, all right, is going to what's making your eyes smaller. So they're going down there, and then you've got the crease there. So every morning, if you could be bothered, in the middle of your brow, in the middle, push them up, and then manically close them, keeping your pressure on your fingers above, and close your eyes like that. Right, and I want you to really keep pushing upwards with that middle finger. Susanna, do it, just do it. Okay, like that, no, like this. So look, there, so put them like that. If I hold it up, like that, hang on, 1 second. She was always like this. Okay, all right, so push it up, and then close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open. Properly feel the muscle pulling down.
I'm never going to do it. Like I need something more instant gratificational.
They're asking what skin products does Susannah use?
Yes, you can tell them your skincare routine. That's like doing your makeup.
Okay, what I use flannel and water to wash my face. And then I use rosehip oil, Trilogy rosehip oil, organic rosehip oil. I use that. And then at night, I use Elemis. I can't remember which one it is. It's very, very popular. And
you turned me on to Trilogy Rosacol, which is a wonderful oil.
It's so good because there's a lot of natural vitamin C in it.
Yeah.
And so I use that, and then I use Bright Eyes. And I can't remember. It's an organic eye cream, or I use Clarins Beauty Flash Balm Eye on my eyes to try and get rid of the bags. And that's it. That's what I use.
Okay, well, all I'm doing here is I'm just covering up those Farmer Girl red patches. And I think
that many.
No, there's just that chin moment.
Yeah, I've always had a red chin.
You've always had a red chin because the chin comes out to say hello.
The witchy chin.
So you just want to minimise that chin. And as we get older, they always say our chin grows, Susannah, and keeps growing like our nose.
Mine is going to join my nose soon.
So all we need to do is just kind of soften the chin. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to hardly do any makeup on you, right? And I'm taking my favourite Sachajuan and I'm just softening.
Sachajuan?
Sachajuan. It's not Sachajuan. It's actually called...
Sounds like food.
Tell me how you pronounce that.
Raw.
No, that. Can you read it? She can't read it. Okay. K-J-A-E-R. Jean. Weiss. Jean Weiss.
Yeah.
And he's a Scandinavian makeup artist.
Okay.
Or she is. Is it a he or she, Victoria?
I'll just look it up.
Yeah, she's going to look it up for us. Okay, I've just done very clean, just tidying up her skin. And then I want to...
Is it better?
Is it better?
Getting there?
Okay,
Getting there?
is it better? Is Susannah beginning to look better?
Yes.
All right, then we're going to do a little brown. Now, this is a light brown Bobbi Brown, but it might be a tiny bit dark for you.
This is good.
But you just need a little bit more.
So need this. I'm
You need to
always
lift
getting
the brow.
my eyebrows dyed, and it's such a hassle.
It's a hassle, and also they're doing this bit, and
This
they need
is
to pull it
good.
out a bit more.
Yeah,
Because
well,
if
I
they...
haven't got so many hairs on the outside. It's that awful thing when you get older and your eyebrows start thinning.
I know, but we're pulling it a
This
bit up
is
here.
great. So it's Bobbi Brown.
Bobbi Brown, and it's a eyebrow gel. But I've
Slightly tinted.
just slightly tinted, and I've pulled your arch a long ways and up a bit, so it just lifts your eye a bit. Can you tell in the mirror?
Yeah, I can.
A little bit.
tell
Can you
it's
see that?
Already better, yeah.
Okay, and I'm just going to do... I mean, the colour is perhaps
A bit dark.
a tiny bit too dark for you, but I just think that we lose our eyebrows and we age.
Am I looking like Groucho Marx?
Is she looking like Groucho Marx yet, ladies? I've got more to do before I can get there. Okay.
Debbie just connected and say, oh my god, is that Susannah? What are you doing these days? Welcome back.
Oh,
Thank you. I'm
yes.
just finishing off my first novel, which comes out in November.
Susannah is
And
writing
you'll hear more.
a fantastic book, a novel, and I was allowed to read the first few chapters in its first incarnation, but already then I was hooked. So I can't wait. And can you tell us the name yet or not?
It's called... I can't remember if the press release has gone out.
Okay, let's not...
No, it's with HarperCollins.
Yes.
And it comes out in the beginning of November, and it's about the rich aristocracy and their filthy ways. It's the dark side of Downton.
Oh, nice!
Seen through the eyes of an 11-year-old girl, funnily enough, called Esme.
Okay, open that mouth up, darling. I'm just doing here a tiny bit of... This is like your minimal makeup moment, and I'm using the Casual again, but I could equally use a Studio 10 on her. 1 second. Where's my...
Very good brows.
Thank you. Thank you. Susannah's not sure, but I'm feeling comfortable. What am I going to use under your eye? Just a little... Look up. Just a little lightening under your eye. In fact, here, I'm going to use... This is a tiny bit of highlighter, Susannah.
You know, you could get this stuff. It was called something pearlization, which Terry did. But
Yeah.
they only did it over Christmas, and I can't find any more. And it's like that wonderful kind of luminous primer.
Yeah.
And
Which
I
you
run
put over
out.
everything.
Yeah, it's so good, but I can't find... They don't make it anymore. It's like a one-off.
I'll tell you what's good here as well is just to lift Susannah's eyebrow a bit. I'm just putting a tiny bit of this Studio 10 highlighter. Yes, there we are, ladies. Okay, I'm nearly finished now. I know this is taking a while. There we go. Little highlighter for Susannah to lift the brow a bit. Okay, and then we're going to put on, darling, just to show how good the Invisiblur is. This, which you use before or after, SPF 30. 30? Yes. And it's a gel. It's like a silicone gel, but look at her forehead. It was very shiny. And I'm going to put this on.
Doesn't
and
it
the
take
shine's
everything
gonna
off
go.
that you
No.
put on underneath?
It's incredibly light, and I've put on a cream-based foundation on you.
Even though you're rubbing my face like a Brillo pad. Like the
I'm
inside of a
so
saucepan.
not. You're such a CUN. Okay, any other questions, ladies?
They're all commenting like such wonderful presenters, the dynamic duo together again.
Oh,
Just, like,
that's
celebrating
so
this
nice.
moment.
See, that's clean. You're just looking clean now. You're gorgeous
You know
anyway.
what? Even in here, I can see there is a difference.
You can. I'm
feeling.
I'm just going to put here a tiny bit of gloss on
that
you.
is amazing.
Come here. I haven't finished. I'm just going to do a tiny bit of gloss. And I think, don't do a lippy, just do a nice, shiny, pretty. This is by Terry. It's actually very nice. It's called Gold Digger. Oh. And it just is it's nearly a good colour on every single person I put it on.
Nearly.
But I just see on you. No, go like that. Go like that. Look in the mirror.
Says fresh as a daisy.
Fresh as a daisy.
See, how lucky am I?
You're very lucky.
I come here and I walk in. I don't need to go to a surgeon. I come here and I walk out looking 5 years younger.
Okay, I'm going to end.
Due to makeup.
I'm going to end with a little cheek enhancer, because as we get older, sometimes we can get bigger in the face. I'm just saying. So go, and then we're just going to do a little contouring. And then what I like about this contour is it's kind of grey colour, so it doesn't look like you've had a motorway tracks on the side of your face. It just gives your face contour. You see a little bit of contour for Susannah. Take your hair down, do a sexy jummy.
And literally.
Look, sexy jummy, darling.
Better?
Yes! Just a little
Ready
something.
to go out in public with you? Will you be seen with me in public now?
Yeah. There was a moment with Susannah when we were filming, and on Friday she'd take the day off and she'd go to the country because she'd go do her country pursuits. And I was in Topshop in the queue, and I called up Susannah and I said, "Hello, darling, where are you?" And she went, "Oh, I'm just running around." And I said, "Are you sure you're not in front of me in the queue at Topshop with Wellington boots on, Winston Churchill's boiler suit, and some straw coming out of your hair?" Literally.
That was literally me.
It was literally, darling.
It is.
We have a question from Brittany. How did you two start into the business? Did you start fashion? Tell us about you.
We just sort of, I think we have a higher power.
We do have a
brought
higher
us
power.
together.
Yes.
And we started in journalism, and we had a page in the Daily Telegraph, and then from there we were lucky enough to find that we had this great chemistry. We're totally opposite, and together we are the complete whole.
Exactly.
And that's why it works.
Exactly. So now, both of us forging different paths, but what we were saying to each other last week, because we speak quite a lot, is how in September we both have in the autumn exciting things. So I'm, as you know, doing my little makeup thing, and Susannah's got her book. So we're kind of, I can't wait for us to toast each other at Christmas and hopefully turn to each other and say, together and apart. Well, together we do magic, apart we can do magic, but we're always
together,
best friends.
basically.
Yes. All right, I love you. Thank you, darling.
My pleasure.
Ladies, I'll say goodbye. And we will be, what are we doing next, Chloe? What are we doing on Thursday?
Shop Up or Secret 7?
Secret 7 or Shop Up. Give your requests for Thursday, what you'd like. Would you like to be looking at certain types of clothing, or are there specific skincare or makeup things you would like? I'm open right now for what I do on Thursday. And we'll see you then. Bye. Bye.